This video will be building the school hero section, kind of like a metaverse kind of theme. So I'll just demonstrate what we are going to do here. So if I click this button here, this avatar makes this animation, saluting animation. If I click it again, he has this dancing kind of animation. If I click again, it resets. So we'll be building this. So the tools which we'll be using Ready Player Me for creating this avatar. We'll be using Maximo for having that animation, and we'll be using Blender to connect all those together and be able to use it in our 3GS project. But don't worry if you don't know how to use Blender. We are just going to touch it. We are not going to go very deep. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so let's start by creating our avatar. So in order to create our avatar, go to this site called Ready Player Me Metaverse. Sign in. So I've already signed in here. Then let's enter the hub. So avatar here, I think you'll be prompted to create as soon as you sign in. So once you've created and saved, head over to my avatars, 3 dots, click on it and download avatar.glb file. Download that. So once that's downloaded, this is the Maximo site. This is the site we'll be using for creating our animations. So if you go over here, you've got these bunch of animations here. You can choose any one of these. But before actually uploading a character, you'll have to change the file format, because as you can see here, when I click upload character, it only accepts these 3 file formats, which is FBX, OBJ and zip. So in order to convert that, we'll have to use Blender. So let me launch Blender. You don't have to know Blender, it's just for format, and also to just there's a material issues which will arise when we actually convert the character. You'll see it soon. Let me resize this. Okay. Let me resize that. Okay, fine. So let me enable the shortcuts. I'll just keep it here. You don't have to do this part. It's just for y'all to know what buttons and all I'm pressing. Okay, I'll put it again here. So you can see here the buttons. I'll click command shows up here. Okay, so first what you do is press A, then press X, then delete. So we deleted everything. So now in order to move around, you just click the center, the scroll wheel. You just click the scroll wheel and just move around. That's how you move around in Blender. Then what we do is go to file, import this one, GLTF 2.0. press that. Just go to mine. In my case it's downloads. You know what, I'll actually change the name so that will be easier for me. Avatar.glb. okay, I'll close that again. Go to import, GLTF, go to downloads, and this import. Now I'll click the wheel button and just move around. Now if you want to move side to side, hit shift, click the mouse wheel and you can move around. And if you want to zoom in, just the mouse wheel. So now I'll actually zoom in a bit, click the mouse wheel, shift, come down here. As you can see right now, it's like this grayish tone. So in order to change it, you can see here these globe like icons. Click the third one. Might take some time. And if okay, there's some change. And if that you can hear that noise, it's the laptop, because again this Blender is a expensive application to run. Okay, so now you can see the clothing and all. That's fine. So once that's done, what you do is again hit file, export. Let's go to export as FBX. Click that, and I'll put it in downloads, and I'll rename it to avatar.fbx and export FBX. Export. Okay, I think that's done. I'll just keep this here because we'll be needing this now again. Now click upload character and just drop in the file which you just downloaded. So avatar.fbx here. Close that. Let it finish uploading. It's taking some time. This Blender is if you actually know how to use it, it's a very cool application to use, but I haven't actually taken the time to learn it properly. You just get by. When I first started using this just to move things around, it took me around 30 minutes to just move things around. It's a quite challenging tool to use, but once you actually get a hand of it, it's really incredible. Okay, anyway, so once this is now, I've uploaded my character. After the uploading is done, click next. Your 3D can proceed with this new character. Okay, this is because I've already uploaded a character previously. Next. Okay, you'll actually have another input before this appearing. Like, you'll have to mention some certain points. You'll have to mention where the joints are, but in my case, since I've already uploaded previously, I think it doesn't show. But there'll be a few points. You'll have to mention the wrists, the what's this called, elbows, the knees, and the groin. You just point that out and click next, and you'll head over to this page. Okay, so once that's done, what I'll do is I'll find a few animations which I like. So point, in my case, I'll use this kneeling point. It takes some time to load. Okay, so it's done. You can probably change the frames and the enthusiasm, as in the intensity of the animation, but I'll leave it at default. So once that's done, I'll hit download and .fbx. Okay, all these are, I'll leave it at its default values. Download. So okay, so once that's downloaded, let me check. Okay, it's kneeling pointing .fbx. It's downloading. It's 2.4 MB. So once that's done, we'll have to head back to Blender, and I'll show you why we have to go back to Blender. So anytime now. Okay, so we finished downloading. Now let's head back to Blender and go to File, Import, FBX. I'll go to Downloads, and this one, kneeling pointing.fbx. I'll import that. Okay, so now it's here. As you can see here, it's selected already. What now you do is press G, press X to move it along the x-axis. G is to move, like if I hit again X, no, I'll hit G, or whatever, leave that. If I hit Y, it moves only the Y axis, and if I hit Z, it only moves in the Z axis. Okay, that's Blender stuff. So hit G, then X to move it in the X axis. Click here. So now you can see we are in this third little globe here, and you can see the material of this is not what we want. Like, it's whitish, and this is this has the clothing, but this does not. So we'll fix this. So before actually fixing this is actually bothering me. What I'll do is I'll make this into one window. So just go to this between here. No, Oh, so whoa. Okay, just just to resize things takes time. It takes time. Uh, yeah. Again, the same thing. Oh man. Oops. Man, this is bad. I want to make this into one window. Why not working? Oh man, this is. Come on. I'll be here the entire day, I think, if I don't do this. Just hold on a second. I don't know why. Oh man, this is. Oh. Okay, I'll just minimize this. Oh, wow. Okay, we are messing things up here. What I usually like to do is when this sort of things happen, I just close everything and restart the thing again. Anyway, okay, finally now the entire thing is one window. Okay, anyway, we don't need that, this part, leave it. What you do next is click this thing, go here, click on this shirt of it, and if I actually scroll here, this icon, material properties, you click that. Okay, since I'm recording, I think it's much slower than usual. Hopefully it's not slow for you guys. So after that, click on this and just press wolf 3D outfit top. So we are basically copying this shirt to this material right here. So once that's done, the pants next. Click the pants, material again. This is wolf 3D / outfit bottom, this thing here. Then the same thing for footwear. Go with the footwear, the arms, the beard. He's got a really good beard. I don't have a beard like that, but whatever. Then the skin and the arm. No, the hair. Where's the hair? Hair. That's fine. I think that's all. Hey guys, Future Tabish here. So because I'm a knucklehead, I kind of forgot to give our avatar some eyes, and because of that, he looks like a zombie throughout the tutorial. So in order for you all to avoid that mistake which I made, just go to our avatar, click the eyes, and just select the eye material. I wanted you all to avoid the same mistakes which I did, and hopefully this helps. Okay, I'm out. Thanks. Fine. Okay, so once that's done, go back here, click this icon here, and go to timeline. Then let's see whether the animation has been imported or not. So for that, just hit space. Okay, nothing happening. Let me go back. Like, I'll drag this to 0. Okay, so the animation is being made here now. So let me go back here. Let me actually, this thing, G and X, I want to move it right here. Okay, fine. For some reason it's still there. Okay, I'll do this thing. I'll move this thing instead. G and here. Okay, now it's fine. So if I click this skeleton kind of thing here, just click that, you can see this is the where the animations are being made. These are the keyframes. So now he's moving. Okay, that's cool, fine. And this is kind of like where the animation should start and stop. So in our case, it should stop at right around 120. So I'll mention as 120 here, click enter. So now the animation will be made only from 0 to 120. Okay, so with that, we've done our animations. So next up, we'll go back to this thing, this icon right here. Go to dope sheet, cool name. Then press this thing again, this dope sheet. Go to action editor, and we'll rename this. So this animation right now is called armature 0.001, which is not very informative. We'll just call it as point. That's called point. It's good. And we'll rename this. Okay, anyway, this doesn't have any animations to it, that's why nothing pops up here. So now we have our first animation. It's cool. I'll actually delete this. I don't want this. No, I'll keep this here, right, for now anyway. Okay, so that's done. So let's have a couple of other animations just to make it make our hero section more interactive. So instead of point, now next let us go with salute. I hit salute, click on salute, download. Okay, I'll download that. Again, the default values. Let's finish downloading. Take some time. Till that's done, let me go back here. Just get ready. I'll go to files, import. I think it's an FBX file. Are you there yet? Yes, he's there. Salute.fbx import. Okay. Now again I hit G and I hit X and I just go like drag my mouse, click and press. Okay, so again leave it. Okay, is he making the animations? Okay, cool. So now what we do is there are two as of now there are three meshes here. I'll actually delete this. This is bothering me now. Delete. Okay, everything's slowing down. Okay, I click on this G, move it here, and now the name of this animation right now is armature blah blah blah. Instead of this, I'll say as salute, hit enter, and the name of this animation has changed now. I don't know why that's the case. Oops. I'll go back here, click on this skeleton right here, and salute is also appeared. So now again, now this mesh has the salute animation as well. Nice. Oops, I messed things up here. Now G again, X, I'll move this here. Oh. Now you know why I'm not that great with the blender. Anyway, now I'll delete this, select everything, X, enter. Now we have two animations right now, salute, and we also have point. So this is now like as you can see here, these are the keyframes in which this animation is being made, and for salute it's only this. Okay, good. Now one last animation we'll have, which is dance kind of animation, because I really can't dance and I like my avatar to dance basically. I wish I had moves like that. What is this? Wiggle. Let me have, I guess can't find the one which I selected previously. I'll have this one. This looks a bit jolly. Whoa. That's nice. I'll download this. What's this called? Okay, let's see what this is called. Okay, this is called dancing. I should put this instead, but anyway, it's fun. You can play around with it. There's a bunch of these animations. Cool little animations. We got this swing dancing. Ooh, nice. Cool. Okay, is this done? Well, while I was first building this project, I think I spent around 1-2 hours just looking at the different animations. Anyway, let me go. Okay. I think we're done with this. I'll actually close this. Hope I don't regret it. Okay. Again, file, import, FBX. Let's go with dancing. Okay, yay, jolly. Okay, so this, for this animation now it's like around till 220 frames, but I'll just keep it at 120, and that's fine because it's the same thing. And I'll just change the name to dance and hit enter. Now if I okay, if I just click on this skeleton, G, X, move it, and click the skeleton of our mesh and make it to dance. Now he's dancing. Nice. Okay, so as of now, let me just delete the previous one. Okay, let me delete this one now. Select everything, hit X and click delete. Fine. If I click, we got all our 3 animations. Cool, that's good. Now what we'll do is go to file, go to export, export as GLB. I'll go to downloads, I'll call it avatar animation.glb, and these are my settings. Let's see whether everything is fine. Avatar GLB, fine. Okay, these are my settings. Limit to, okay, yeah, I always do this mistake. Just hit and like A. Good thing I saw that. Click A and file, then import GLB file format. Go to again avatar animation.glb. Oh, sorry, it's not importing, we are exporting it. GLB, we'll call it we'll go to downloads. Let me rename this for the 3rd time, avatar animation. Hopefully it's the last time. So now go to include, selected limit to selected object, visible objects, and leave all of it empty. Transform is this thing, ticked. Mesh is this, animation. Okay, good thing again I saw this. Again we did a so now if I actually export it like this, when we actually bring it to our 3JS project, the avatar will be appearing like this, but I don't want it to be appear like this. I want it to appear as point, and I want it to be appear like this. I want, like, when we first load it in our 3JS project, I want the avatar to pop up like this. So in order to do that, I'm doing this. You could also import it like this, like it's when we first initially load the avatar, it'll pop up like this, but I want it to be like this. Okay, again, it's 4th time. I promise you this is the last time. Go to GLTF, export as GLTF. Again for the 4th time. Okay, downloads, avatar animation.glb, include, selected, visible, transform, y-up, data. All this is like, I'll leave it at default if you want to see. These are my settings. Mesh, material, export automatic, PBR extension unchecked, lighting standard. I guess it'll be the same, but I won't take chances in it. Lighting and uncheck the compression. Yeah. So animation, use current animation. Make sure you tick this. Export GLTF. Okay. Now it might take time. Let's see. Fine. I think we are done with this. I won't close this just in case. So now, just to check whether our avatar is working properly, let's go to 3JS editor. Go to 3JS editor here. This is to check whether our avatar is like working correctly. Okay, this is my, like, while I was building this application, I was I actually imported something, so I'll just go here, new. Okay, no problem. Go to Finder, Downloads, and Avatar Animation. I'll just drag and drop here. Okay, so this is our the one with the animation. So once that's done, just go here, click avatar animation.glb, and I want to check whether my animations are working properly. So go scroll down, play dance. So he's dancing, fine. Dance works. Pointing also works, and salute also works. So all our animations are working in this file, which is avatar animation.glb. So with this, we've successfully created our avatar with the animation. Next step, we'll actually continue with the actual project of this. We'll go ahead with the project, which is the React 3 Fiber. I'll actually delete this. I don't need this anymore. Don't save. Okay, that's fine. Now let's go to terminal. Let's go to dev. In my case, YT. You should I think you probably should use CD. I have ZSH on. That's why it's slightly different. So here I'll say npm vite okay, create vite at latest to give us the latest project. I will call it Metaverse Hero. Target directory Metaverse is not empty. Okay, this is my let me actually control C this npm create vite at latest. I'll call it Metaverse Hero. Fine. React TypeScript plus WSC cd into meta. Okay. Verse. I spelled that wrong. Hero. Okay. And I'll actually launch my VS Code here. Code dot. Okay, that's cool. I'll resize this. Open my terminal here, and here I'll just install all the dependencies npm I. So while that's being downloaded, always I use Tailwind CSS. Most of the time, not always. Tailwind CSS for Vite. Go here. Scroll down. Let me know what's your opinion on Tailwind CSS. I love it. Some people for some reason hate it, but I really enjoy using this because I'm not a very good designer. I get things done, but Tailwind CSS helps you write good CSS, in my opinion. Anyway, so once that's done, let me run the server just to check. Always better to check. Okay, so it works fine. Good, cool. Next up is Tailwind CSS. These two lines, paste it here. These 3 lines to mention where we are using the Tailwind CSS stylings. In our case, it's TS and TSX. So I should have a config file. Yeah, cool. Content and TS and TSX file. Fine. Save that. Scroll down, index.css, select everything, paste everything, save. Now just cleaning up things here. We don't need this, we don't need any of this. Save everything. I'll take that also, delete this file, go here, like always, hello world, and let's say class name text red 500. Save that. I'll run the server, go back localhost. Okay, so our Tailwind CSS is also set up now. Good. Now next let me install React 3 Fiber. So npm React 3 Fiber and the 3 package as well. So in here we are installing 2 packages. One is 3 and the other one is React 3 Fiber. And we'll also need React 3 Dray for the helpers. Again, an amazing repository. Hope you guys have started. Makes the process of creating 3JS in React 3 Fiber much faster. I'll install this as well. I think this is the last one which I need. I think, yeah, it is. Install that as well. This time around it's taking much more time. I'll close this out. So once till that's being done, let me actually check whether this React 3 Fiber is working. Import that from React 3 Fiber, make a mesh and a box geometry. Save that. And the server is not running. I don't know what this is all about. Okay, so we have a very small box here. Let me change this to H screen. Okay, fine. And the error I think is gone. It's still there. I don't know what this is about. So with this, we've set up React 3 Fiber and yeah, we've set up. Now we can actually start building the application. Okay, so now let's start creating our project. So this was just for checking things out, so I'll just cut that out, and I don't need this as well. Let me just leave that, save everything. Okay, so now under source directory I'll create a new folder called components, and inside that we'll have a hero.tsx component. So RAFC for the boilerplate. Save everything. I'll delete that, we don't need that. So hero, so in here this will be a section, and delete that. This will have a class name of H screen. In here I'll have some kind of message later on with a button. Also have a button. No, I think button is not, it's just message. And now for now let's create the component. So yeah, avatar component. So we'll start off by creating this component. So here I'll create a component first called avatar canvas dot tsx RAFC. Save that and import it here, avatar canvas. Oops. Okay, I save everything. My server is not running. npm run dev, and okay, there's something wrong here. Okay, no errors, fine. Oh, that is about fine. Now let us actually bring in our avatar. So here, so first thing is we'll have to import it here. So go back to Finder and go back to downloads, and let's avatar animation.glb. I'll put it in public. I also need another file. This is for the background. I'll get that as well. So public hero bck jpg. This is for the background. This is what it looks like. Anyway, go here, save everything. Okay, so instead of div, I'll have a canvas. I'll have to import it. Import, and here let me again check whether this is working. Geometry. Okay, I probably messed up somewhere. Avatar canvas. It's because I'm not bringing in anything. So hero, our avatar canvas is working. So we have a hero section, and inside the hero section we'll have a message later on, and as of now we care about the avatar. So avatar canvas. Okay, cool. So here, just to have a cleaner code, I'll actually compartmentalize this. So I'll create another avatar component, which will create right here. So just on top I'll create, so const avatar. You could probably create it here only, but I found like this to be a much more cleaner approach, so I'm going with this. Return okay, and I'll actually okay, I'll start off by bringing in the mesh. So avatar. When I'm coding, usually I make a lot of spelling mistakes because I have to code and speak. Probably a skill I have to develop. Okay, slash. Actually rename this to my avatar.glb. That makes more sense. Here I'll call it my avatar.glb. Here for now I'll just return null. I don't like that red lines. Okay, and I'll just check. Okay, my snippet, come on. Okay, whether I'm loading the avatar properly. So console log. Okay, so we have our the mesh right here. So now we'll return it. So here let's have a group, and inside the group, will this time around, if you've seen my previous video on React 3 Fiber, we used to actually import individual the parts, like for example here it would be like the arms, the legs, the body. But this time, since we are not manipulating each body part, we can bring in the entire mesh, the entire avatar together. So for that, go for primitive, and inside the primitive, go object, and the object will be avatar dot scene. Okay, as you can see, everything is black right now. Okay, I'll also bring in orbit controls so that I have controls for the camera. Okay, so now I have control of the camera. So as you can see, everything is black as of now because there's no light in here. So in order to bring the light, let me actually bring in ambient light. So ambient light uniformly lights everything up in the scene. So ambient light, that's fine. Okay, cool. We have the ambient light now. So it looks a bit cartoonish, but it's fine. Whoa there's some kind of bug here. I hope that anyway, we won't be zooming in later. So fine. Avatar. Now what I'll do is let me actually change the lighting a bit. So I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be, oh, just saw there's some kind of bug here. The eyes, I think I did a mistake while importing the eyes. I think there was a material for the eyes also. So make sure you, like, while we were selecting the materials for the the avatar, make sure you change the material for the eyes as well. I think I forgot that anyway, or I think I miss what do you say, I used a different material for the skin. So make sure you don't make the same mistake as I did. So ambient light, go to intensity. I'll reduce the intensity to 0.5. Save that. Okay, a little bit darker. I'll put a point light here now. So point light, position, and let me say as 1 1 1. Okay, so it looks much better now. That's good. Next, what we'll do is let me go for the, we'll see the animations now. So for animations, let me check whether the animations are working here. So go to cons, we'll destructure actions and names from use animations, and inside this we'll have to give it the avatar dot animations, which will be coming from here. Avatar, this has a property for animations, avatar animations, and avatar dot scene. Save that. Now let me go to use effect, and let me create that now. So let's say actions dot wait a minute, let me actually see what it contains, like the name. I probably will misspell it. So CLG actions. So these are the these. So these are the animations which we have: dance, point, salute. So let me check one of those. So action, only these three. Actions dot, let's go with dance dot play, and let me save that. Okay, so he's dancing, the dude's dancing. Wow. Okay, fine. That looks nice. We'll also give it some dependency, so only once. Fine. So I don't want him to like at the beginning of the while the component loads, I don't want it to start dancing itself. The viewer will be taken aback. So instead of that, let me create some states so that I actually manipulate it. So in order to do that, stop bro, stop. Okay, actually I'll change the positioning of this for now. I'll look at the animation later. So let's scale it to 2. Fine. Okay, stop dancing. I don't know what that is all about. Why is there a bug? Let's see what the end final outcome is, then we can fix it later on. Position, I want him in the y-axis of, let's say, -2. I think that's fine. How about 0.5? I'll go with 2. 0.2. The position, I'll slightly rotate it. Rotation in the x-axis. So think of like a pole like through this avatar, and you kind of rotate it in the x-axis. So just try out x, y, and z rotations, you'll know. So now, okay, wow. Okay, this is slightly different than what I wanted. Let me not actually give rotation. It's fine. I can play around with the values. So position y, and let's see. Okay, I got it. I think I understood what it did. So It was rotation. I was actually rotating it in the -0.5. Now it's being rotated in the x-axis. So think of a pole being here, and I'm rotating it, rotating the pole in the x-axis. What I wanted to do is put a pole in the mesh like here and rotate it in the sideways direction. So instead of x, I would do y. Okay, now that's much better. Let me refresh it. Okay, now that's much better. Rotation y, and again position x. I'll position it in -1. So I think that looks better. I don't need this. Let me check. That's fine. Okay, so we've placed in our mesh. Now let me, before actually doing the animations, let me put some background so that it looks a bit vibrant. So I'll close all this, go back to hero, and I can actually start styling it. So if you're not interested in the styling part, you could just skip to the like you could skip the part of me styling the things. So here, let me give it a background. So I want it to come from my file. So this is the way you do it in Tailwind CSS. So hero bck.jpg, and this should probably be in, okay, I think this is that. Yeah, save that. I misspelled it. It's bck. Fine. Okay, this is not what we wanted. So bck bg center. Okay, then we need bg don't repeat yourself. Okay, that didn't change anything. bg cover, that's much better. This will be relative, and we need full width, edge screen, mx auto. I'll refresh it. Okay, it's much better. So we won't have orbit controls, but now it's looking a bit better. So mx auto. Next, let's actually create in the message. So message will be, go here, message, and this div, let's say here we'll have another div. This will be the message h1. Hi, I am Tabish. It's coming up right here. Hi, I'm Tabish. Next, let me give a p tag paragraph. Let me just give some random ones for now. That's fine. It's time to actually style it. So div class name, padding on the excess of 6 absolute, inset to cover the entire thing. So it's top 0, bottom 0, left 0, and right 0. So the basically the entire screen. 132 pixels should come down. Max width of 7 XL, and I also want to center it, and a gap of 6. Okay, still it's the position is correct, but the styling of the for the font is off. So for the h1, class name text white, text 7 XL, 7 Excel and font extra bold. Cool, much better. And instead of my name, I'll just highlight it. Not a narcissist. And I'll have to style it. Class name text green 500. Okay, so we'll be using this, like the color, this light bluish color, we'll be using it over and over again. So instead of repeating it here, I'll just create my own custom colors. So I'll go to Tailwind config file, and here you could actually extend your own colors. So in my case, it's colors. I could just give hash 32F6F7, and I could also, no, sorry, this should be an object. This should be an object, and I should give it a name. So in my case, it's theme. It's theme color. I want to give another color, theme. I don't think I'll be using this, but just in case, secondary, theme secondary. This will be the name, and this will be the value, hash FA02FC, and I'll save that. Okay, that's fine. So basically, this theme secondary is this color, this pinkish color, and the theme color is this color, this lines one. So I'll go back to our hero section, and instead of text this thing, if I just go theme, it should appear much better. So we got that done. Now let me style in my paragraph tag. So it will be hidden, this hidden by default, but in the small breakpoint I want to appear as block, and it'll be text LG, margin top of 9, text, let's say white, and W of 550px. Much better. So I think I'm done. I could probably give a break here. Just looks better. Okay, that looks kind of better. That's fine. So we are done with our styling. So now we can probably have a button here, so that when I click it, he does he dances. So let me go back to avatar canvas. Let me, so under here I'll create a HTML tag which is coming from Dre. This is coming from Dre. So this allows us to actually inject HTML in our canvas. So button, we'll create a button here. So let me just say click here, should pop up. Okay, it's right here. Let me style this a bit. So class name BG will be theme, text will be black, it'll be a width of 100 pixel, padding of 2, rounded LG. Save that. Okay, so we're getting something there. Text XS, and small screen we want a text LG, and SM will be W of, let's say, 200 pixel. Fine. Then let me give it some hover effects. So hover, I want it to be BG white, and let us also give a scale to 105. I think is good, 105, and let's give it a duration of 500 millisecond, and transition all. So now, okay, we're getting somewhere. Cool. Next, let me change the position of this. So in our case, it's position. This time around, I'll give it in one attribute, so minus 3.7. So I played around with these values until I found out something which is good. So I thought this was fine. Okay, 0.30 negative 0.7, that's fine. Now I have to do something, like while I click it, it should dance. Fine. Let me create some states now so that I can manipulate the animations. So use state snippet, for instance, index, set index, by default 1. I have to import this, and let's say we'll have another state. So clicked, set clicked, and false. Okay, now let me give a use effect. So let me access actions, which is an array, and inside that I'll call names and index. Names index. So now these are some functions to make the animations more smooth during the transition. So 0.5 and then play. Then we'll also have to destroy the animations after, like, from when one animation from another is being made, we'll have to destroy it as well. So actions, again the same, names and index. I'll show you, we'll be using this shortly. Index fade out in 0.5 seconds, and this will be dependent on index, actions and names. Now to actually make this thing work, I'll press on click. I'll put all the function this as well. I won't create a separate function. Set index to index plus 1 modulus names dot length, and set clicked to the opposite of is clicked. No, what is this called? Okay, I think this is probably a better approach. Is clicked. So whenever we have a boolean here, it's better to actually mention is. So right here it's is set is clicked. Fine. So now here I want the text to change when I'm hitting the button. So when is clicked is false, I want to say check out my moves, and when it's true, impress me. Save that. Now he starts making the animations. So if I click here, he should change, and if I click, he starts dancing. So you could probably change the positioning of this avatar so that he, like, there's an right now he's way too close here. I could change that. So if I say position, so -1, let's say 1. Yeah, now this looks much better. and the position 0.3, I could probably put it down a little more, so 1. Okay, it's going up, so let me put as negative 0.3. That's fine. So now we've created our metaverse the theme with the animations. So the only thing which I think I messed up, okay, yeah, good thing I noticed, and that bug also is gone now. As you can see here, before like when we used to scroll, he suddenly used to go bald for some reason but now he's not. So we'll actually take some controls from the user. So here, orbit controls, if I give enabled false and save, now I cannot move it. I cannot move the screen. And here I could also give a DPR. This is basically device pixel ratio. This is for more of for making our project more performant in various devices. 0.2. Okay, and last off, like while we load, there's nothing like which pops up here which lets the user know that there is something which is going to come here. So we'll change that as well. So for that, let's create a loader here. So here we'll import suspense, which comes from React, and we'll give it a fallback as well. So fallback, this will be a component which I'll create shortly, my loader. And let me go here, create new file, my loader.tsx rafc, and I'll bring in HTML so that from Dre, so that I can inject HTML. So if you don't do this, you'll get an error. What happened? Add import from Dre. And here I'll bring another thing called loader, which is also from Dre. Very helpful. Save that. Now if I refresh it, I should be getting a loading screen, which I'm not getting. Okay, because I didn't import this. Save that. Okay, now I'm getting this loading screen as well, which is good. That's nice. And finally, just to make our project more performant, preload everything. So preload everything for us. So this makes our project more performant. So with this, we've done everything now. All our animations are working correctly. The only thing which I messed up is probably the eyes, and I'll inform it to you guys with the power of editing. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed.